Welcome to Coin Explorer. Most people ignore pennies. They slide them across counters, drop them into jars, or leave them forgotten in drawers. But imagine holding a single copper coin that once sold for $983,000 at auction. Not a gold coin, not a rare ancient artifact, but a simple 1955 United States 1 cent. That exact year, that exact design, changed the lives of collectors who recognized something unusual. Today, I want you to focus closely because what you are about to learn could completely change the way you look at ordinary pocket change. This is not just about money, it is about detail, timing, and a rare mistake that turned 1 cent into a headline-making treasure. The 1955 1 cent carries the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln on the front. Above his portrait, the words "In God We Trust" curve across the top edge. On the left side appears liberty, and on the right side, the date 1955 is stamped clearly into the metal. Flip the coin over and you see the bold words 1 cent in the center, with United States of America beneath it. At the top is E pluribus unum, and 2 wheat ears frame the design. That's why collectors call it the wheat penny. At first glance, it looks exactly like many other pennies produced between 1909 and 1958. In 1955, the United States Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation. Most were struck normally and entered everyday use without any special attention. People used them to buy newspapers, candy, and groceries. No one expected that a small number of these pennies would become some of the most talked about era coins in American history. The difference was not in the metal content or the design itself. The difference was in the way the design was transferred onto the die before production even began. During the die creation process, a misalignment occurred. The working die received a second impression that did not perfectly match the first. As a result, when certain coins were struck, the design appeared dramatically doubled. This was not a faint shadow or a minor blur. The doubling was bold, clear, and easily visible without magnification. The date 1955 looked as if it had been stamped twice, slightly offset. The word liberty and the phrase "In God We Trust" also showed strong duplication. It was a striking visual effect that immediately caught attention. When these double-die pennies entered circulation, some people assumed they were damaged or counterfeit. Others simply found them interesting and saved them. Coin collectors quickly realized that this was a genuine mint error, not post-mint damage. Because the doubling was so obvious, the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent gained attention rapidly. Over time, it became one of the most famous error coins ever produced in the United States. Its reputation grew as more collectors searched for examples in circulation and coin shops. However, it's important to understand that not every 1955 penny is valuable. The vast majority are standard wheat pennies worth modest amounts depending on condition. The extraordinary value applies only to the rare double-die variety, and especially to examples preserved in exceptional condition. Rarity alone is not enough. Condition plays a major role in determining how much a collector is willing to pay. A heavily worn coin tells a story, but a sharply preserved coin commands stronger competition at auction. Professional grading services evaluate these coins carefully. Experts examine the surfaces, color, luster, and sharpness of detail. They confirm that the doubling matches the authentic 1955 double-die Lincoln characteristics. They also check for alterations or damage. Once certified, the coin receives a grade that reflects its overall preservation. Higher grades typically attract stronger demand. This system provides transparency and confidence for buyers who participate in major auctions. Now consider the moment that captured worldwide attention. A high-grade certified example of the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent reached an auction price of $983,000. Think about that number carefully. A coin originally worth 1 cent achieved nearly $1 million because of a minting error and outstanding preservation. Competitive bidding between serious collectors pushed the price upward. The final result demonstrated how powerful rarity, condition, and demand can be when combined in a single object. That auction result doesn't mean every 1955 penny is worth a fortune. The $983,000 price reflects a specific coin with exceptional qualities, verified authenticity, and strong market demand at the time of sale. Auction prices can vary based on timing, interest, and overall market conditions. Still, the sale remains a powerful example of what can happen when a rare coin meets determined collectors. It shows how historical significance and scarcity can dramatically influence value. If you want to identify a genuine 1955 double-die penny, focus closely on the front of the coin. Examine the date first. On authentic examples, the numbers in 1955 appear clearly doubled with strong separation. Next, look at Liberty and In God We Trust. The letters should show distinct duplication, not just a flat or shelf-like appearance. Machine doubling can sometimes create confusion, but it usually lacks the depth and clarity of a true double die. Careful comparison with verified examples is essential. Color is another important factor. Copper coins are often categorized as red, red-brown, or brown. A fully red coin retains much of its original mint luster and is generally more desirable. Red-brown coins show partial toning, while brown coins have darker surfaces from oxidation over time. In higher grades, a red example can bring significantly stronger prices than a brown one. Small differences in surface preservation can translate into large differences in final auction results. The story of the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent highlights how mistakes become milestones. What began as a production error turned into a celebrated collectible. Instead of being melted or destroyed, some of these coins circulated freely, giving everyday people the chance to discover something unusual. That sense of discovery still drives interest today. Collectors appreciate not only the rarity, but also the human element behind the error. Over the decades, this coin has appeared in major auctions, price guides, and collector discussions. Its fame continues to attract both experienced numismatics and newcomers. Because it's so well known, it often serves as an introduction to the world of error coins. When a high-grade example appears on the market, attention builds quickly. Bidding can become intense, especially for coins with outstanding eye appeal and strong certification. For anyone checking their own change, patience and careful observation are key. Use proper lighting and, if possible, magnification. Compare the lettering to trusted reference images. Avoid cleaning the coin, because cleaning can reduce value and damage surfaces permanently. If you believe you have found a genuine double-die example, professional authentication is the safest next step. Accurate identification protects both the seller and potential buyers. The nearly $1 million auction result remains a powerful reminder that value often hides in details. The 1955 USA 1 cent is proof that small objects can carry enormous significance. While most examples are common wheat pennies, the rare double-die variety stands apart as a symbol of rarity and preservation. It continues to inspire collectors to look closer, study carefully, and appreciate the stories behind everyday coins. As you finish watching, remember this simple idea: history can rest in the palm of your hand. The next time you see a 1955 penny, don't dismiss it too quickly. Take a closer look at the date and the lettering. Examine it with curiosity, because once a single cent from 1955 captured global attention and reached $983,000 at auction. If you found this story interesting, stay tuned for more remarkable coin discoveries. Sometimes the smallest details hold the greatest surprises.